Good evening, Catamounts. My name is Hugh Janvier.
And I'm Gable Pierce, and this is your campus news presented by WeTV Catamount Entertainment.
Are your plans in jeopardy? Well, then, good news for you. We'll just fix it by putting everyone else in jeopardy, literally. On December 6th at 5 p.m., the Psychology Department will be hosting their own game of Jeopardy at Killian 304. Want to know what the prizes are? Yeah, I bet you do. Hope to see you all there.
Join the Bardo Art Center for a full-length version of the famous Christmas ballet, The Nutcracker, featuring professional dancers from Asheville and showing on the 8th and the 9th of December. Ticket prices can be found on the Bardo Art Center website.
It's that time again in the semester when everyone just starts to feel burned out for the 4th time. If you're not, well, you're a liar. For a relieving break away from finals on December 5th at 6:15 p.m., head on over to McKee for a good old-fashioned end-of-semester celebration.
Reporters Daniel Reed and Ryan Mullis attend a Veterans Affairs event last week about PTSD. Let's take a look at what they saw.
Carolina University Student Veterans Association and the Jackson County Veterans Organization hosted Unseen Scars on Wednesday, November 8th at the UC Theater. During the event, a panel of veterans spoke about their service in the military and opened up about the trauma they experienced. Tom Baker, president of the Jackson County Veterans Organization, tells us why they held the event.
And we created this program that we've got going tonight called Unseen Scars about 12 years ago to kind of give the students an ideal of what their mom or their dad or their brother or sister may have went through when they were in the military.
After the veterans spoke about their experiences, they opened up the room for questions. During the discussion, students who have veterans in their family asked about how to seek help for their loved ones. Additionally, student veterans asked their fellow service people for advice on life after war. In attendance were veterans from the Student Veteran Association. Vice President of VSA, Isaac Jennings, shared what VSA is and what Unseen Scars does for the public.
The Student Veteran Association is pretty much just a place where all veterans, prior service dependents, so anybody that's affiliated with the military, even if it was just your brother or sister, you can come in and just, be accustomed to people who know like your style. Unseen Scars is pretty much like a panel where veterans come out and talk about their experiences with PTSD. You've heard about, veterans troubled with PTSD, but to see them like in person and actually be able to see their emotional effect, it's almost like a one-on-one connection. And they tell us, you can say, I can't imagine what you went through, but the point of this is to try to imagine like what they went through and what they've done for their country and for their families.
Nearly 170 attended Unseen Scars. The event opened the discussion of veteran PTSD to the public and served as a reminder that in war, there are no unwounded soldiers.
In other news, the Fine Arts Museum within the Bardo Art Center will be hosting a BFA portfolio exhibition, highlighting the work of undergraduate students at Western Carolina School of Arts and Design to preface their future careers as professional artists. Be sure to come out and show your support for them on December the 7th from 5 to 7 p.m.
As Christmas rolls around, why not bring the gift of warmth to yourself and others? Come on down to Cullowhee United Methodist Church, December 7th at around 1:30 p.m. for the fuel intervention for rural elderly and participate in 2 hours of honest, hard work.
Join the UC Theater on December 1st and 2nd for a showing of the highly coveted movie Oppenheimer. Showings start at 5 and 9 p.m. on both days of December the 1st and 2nd. Entry is free for students and it costs $6 for everyone else.
That was a lot, so we'll give you some time to digest. We'll be right back with more campus news after the break.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this like deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
We discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure,
Pure love.
love.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Welcome back. We've had a lot happening within Western sports, haven't we, Hugh?
Yes, sir, we have. Here's our sports anchor, Morgan Corson, with our latest update on our Catamount Sports.
Hello, Catamount Country. I'm Morgan, and this is our Catamount Athletics update. The Catamount football team played their last 2 games of the season. Western absolutely dominated rival ETSU in the Blue Ridge Border Battle to keep possession of the Rock, winning 58-7. The Cats had over 650 yards of offense, and the defense created 4 turnovers. Now, for the last game of the season, the Cats fell to the VMI Cadets 24-27. The fourth quarter comeback was not quite enough to get the Cats to the win. Unfortunately for the Cats, quarterback Cole Gonzalez got injured on the first drive of the game and did not return. There was also much awaited return by running back Desmond Reed, but he was only held to 40 yards on the ground and 101 yards receiving. Football finished the season with a 7-4 record, the best record under head coach Kerwin Bell. The team also had the highest yards per game with 504 average in FCS football and the 3rd highest passing yards with 321. With the younger squad, the Catamount football team is looking to carry this momentum into the next year. Now, with the season over, the SoCon honors and awards have come out, and that means the all-SoCon team has been released. Western has 14 players that were named on the team, which includes 5 first-team members, 5 second-team members, and 4 on the all-freshman team. Sophomore Cole Gonzalez was not only voted onto the first-team all-SoCon, but he was also named the Roy M. Leggs Hawley SoCon Offensive Player of the Year. This is the first time a Catamount received this award since Jeff Gilbert in 1984. Congratulations to the football team for a great season. Cannot wait to see what you guys do next year. Now, switching gears, the women's basketball team is full swing, so let's get right in. Since their season opener, they have been in a small slump with just 1 win in the last 6 games, putting them at a record of 2-5. The Cats have 3 straight home games coming up, starting on Saturday, December 2nd at 4 p.m. versus Presbyterian, Tuesday, December 5th at 11:30 a.m. when they play USC Upstate, and Saturday, December 9th versus UNC Asheville at 7 p.m. Make sure to come out, catch a game, and support the women's basketball team. Now on to the men's basketball team. The Cats had a statement win in South Bend versus Notre Dame on November 11th, beating the Fighting Irish 71-61. Followed by close wins at Middle Tennessee State University and versus McNeese State. And after a much-deserved break for Thanksgiving, the well-rested Cats rolled past the North Alabama Lions 81-63 at home, then played at Tennessee Tech, just edging the Golden Eagles 69-65 on Tuesday. Now looking ahead at the schedule, there are 2 games on the road against Gardner-Webb, the Running Bulldogs, Saturday, December 2nd, and at the High Point Panthers Tuesday, December 5th, before coming back to the Wii to play UNC Asheville at 4 p.m. December 9th. Now, during that game on December 9th, Catamount Athletics will be honoring Kevin Martin, who played for WCU from 2001 to 2004 before being drafted in the first round of the 2004 draft. Martin's jersey number 32 will be lifted into the rafters during the game. The men's team is currently undefeated at 6-0. Western is one of the 18 teams left that are undefeated in all of Division I basketball, the best start to a season since 1981-82. Make sure to stop by the Ramsey Center to support both the men's team and Kevin Martin on December 9th. That's going to do it for a Catamount Athletic Update. Now back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Morgan, for the sports update.
All right, we've got something special for you two. This week, instead of our usual host, we have Daniel Reed sitting down with a familiar face, Andrew Bogan, a WCU engineering student and silent library guest.
Awesome. So welcome to the interviewing corner over here. I'm joined by guest Andrew Bogan, and as Hugh lightly put, Mr. Bogan was our guest for the silent library, where he was deemed a double loser, first punished by eating a nasty sandwich, and then second punished by getting sentenced to crossing underneath the clock tower prior to graduation, which resulted in him canonically just disappearing. We thought you were dead. We were kind of confused about that. So what brings you here?
Well, I came back here to just talk about how the last month has been, and why I'm back here was to get revenge on you for the sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize you. I honestly, we've been looking for you. I didn't know.
Remember wiping the whipped cream off of the other contestant and handing it to me before I ate it?
Yeah, I thought it added some depth, as well as a follow up between
the sodium for me.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, all good.
But yeah, did you die? Were you in the afterlife?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, where were you?
Belk.
Oh.
In glass.
That's kind of like the afterlife.
Yeah.
It's like purgatory.
Very, very similar.
Well, you want to talk about engineering?
Sure.
Yeah. So, on the side of engineering, why don't we talk about cars? I actually did some research, and I found out that you actually worked on a race car. Can you tell me a little about that? And I've got a little photo here to jog your memory about that race car. Does this look familiar?
It does.
Yeah. So this is the race cars that Mr. Bogan worked on. Can you tell me about the race car and how it played out in the contest?
So I was in school to be a machinist when I was in high school, and we were working with the mechanical engineering class, and they had to design a car, and then we had to make it. Our car did terrible. I don't know if you saw the videos.
It seemed like they kind of all did terrible, but I was just going to leave that out.
Okay.
Yeah, which one was it? I'm just curious. Was it the white one?
On the end.
What do you think was the mechanical failure here? On the end here.
I made the washers myself, and the washers weren't good.
Okay.
And I think that's what the issue was.
All right. Well, I don't want to,
I blame the mechanical engineer though. I was just making it. Yeah.
You're just doing your best,
Mm-hmm.
and understandably so. I mean, after all, you did take on a different form of racing. In fact, I found a picture here. What would this be from?
That was from a color run I did. I think shortly before college.
And do you remember how you did?
I think I finished pretty good.
Yeah, top 20.
Top 20.
Yeah,
wow.
dude.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how did this race go? You seem a little. You're not smiling at the end. Were you a little gassed?
Definitely.
And what distance did you travel in this photo?
I did 5K.
Okay, so that's about 3 miles.
I think so.
Yeah. Was it a good leg day?
It was.
Have you continued staying in shape and pacing yourself for your next 5K?
I don't run currently. I need to get back into it, but I still go to the gym. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that you could catch up to me if I ran away right now?
Oh yeah.
Well, I did feel bad, and I did hear that you were coming back, so I got you a prize, just a little something to thank you
I hope you can't see through the paper.
I was trying to.
Anyway, well, I just really wanted to apologize. So I'm going to present you. I know that this is a good engineering accomplishment. So I wanted to award you the Computer Integrated Machining Certificate. And I got your name, and I couldn't really find any other photos, so here you go.
In my senior picture. Well, thank you.
Very, very handsome young man there, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, can you tell us a little about that?
It was a program I was doing while I was in high school.
And
it was
how-
just, no, go ahead.
My apologies. How did it set you up for your engineering?
It actually really helped me gain interest in engineering, and part of the reason why I came here was to get further into that field, better understanding.
Wow. And I gotta say, you're absolutely dashing in that.
Thank you.
Do you remember, do you still have this tuxedo, or was that a rent-a-tux?
That was one of those things they put over you for senior pictures, so it wasn't even a tux.
Yeah.
I still have that collared shirt though, I think.
Okay. Well, you look rather dapper, and you look dapper today. And thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it, Mr. Bogan. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Well, that was certainly an interesting interview right there. I think for a second there was some unresolved tension, and I was afraid we were going to see a chase.
You know, not gonna lie, as someone who's a bit more superstitious than the rest of the cast of this show, I think I have not gone into the clock tower once. I am too scared of that thing. Although, speaking of unresolved tension, our weatherman, before the show started, was dissing me on my love of potatoes. What do you think about him?
What do I think about the weatherman? I think the weatherman's great. And I think if he was dissing you on potatoes, I think that has something to say about you.
Well, you know what? I'm done. My day is ruined. Just take us to the next segment. My day's ruined. You've ruined the show!
Well, you know, I think that your potato admiration is what actually ruined the show.
You want to say that again, boy?
Yeah. I think that your potato admiration is what actually ruined the show.
Can you believe this? Can you believe the slander, the hatred? This is vile and disgusting. 0 out of 10. Worst show ever. Yeah, I said it.
Well, I think it's true.
What's wrong with the potato? Please
Too
tell me.
simplistic, bland.
What do you mean simplistic?
Bland.
It's good.
Well, you know, something that affects potatoes is the weather. And as the year closes, the weather gets colder, or at least we thought. Here's WeTV's weatherman Alexander Hoffman letting us know if it actually does get colder.
Thank you both at the desk. So I'm here. I'm Alex Hoffman. I am ready to talk about the weather. It's some very interesting weather we've got going on the next few days. So it's kind of all over the place. You know, it's almost winter. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean it's cold. So first off, we have on Friday, tomorrow, we have a low of 52 and a high of 56, and it is supposed to have some showers, but we all know WCU does stand for We Carry Umbrellas, and I have mine right here, but not anymore. So the next thing that we do have for Saturday, we do have on Saturday, for Friday anyways, we do, it is going to be raining tomorrow. That is an issue. Saturday it is also going to be raining though. So a low of 53, high of 60. It is getting warm. You aren't supposed to have 60-degree weather, I don't think, in December, but here we are. We are in Cullowhee. So going on to Sunday, we do have a low of 41 and a high of 59. So still keeping it pretty warm during the day, but unfortunately it is going to be colder at night. Still rainy, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Looks like we've got some issues happening. So for Monday, it is going to be partly cloudy, and it is going to be just a little bit, oh, no, perfect. Okay, so, okay, cool. It is going to continue to be get colder there again next week, kind of similar to what we've already been experiencing this week with our partly cloudy day on Monday, low of 31, high of 53. Then for Tuesday, it is going to be a low of 33, high of 51. Again, keeping around that same kind of temperature range of that average of about 42 degrees those couple of days. And then we have Wednesday right over here. We do have a low of 28 and a high of 42, so getting even colder into exam week, which is what I like to see because I want it to actually get cold. And then finally, we do have a low of 36 and high of 53 for next Thursday. So warming up a little bit more, but hopefully it's going to actually stay cold after that. That is all for me with the weather. Stay warm or cool, whichever one it may be. Back to you at the desk.
Well, that'll be all. Thanks for joining us for another news update. I'm Hugh Janvier.
And I'm Gable Pierce. And join us next week for our Christmas special. And as always,
Go Cats!